Every election season, political parties promise more freebies, cash transfers, free electricity, subsidized services. And the warning is almost always the same. India's states are heading towards a debt crisis. But the data tells a more nuanced story. Despite the growing race to offer welfare schemes, India's states taken together have largely remained within their fiscal limits. So are freebies really the problem? Or does the real issue lie elsewhere? Let's start with the numbers. The combined fiscal deficit of states has broadly remained around the 3% of GDP mark for years, except during the pandemic. In other words, states as a whole have largely stayed within their borrowing limits. So where is the concern coming from? The answer lies in the revenue deficit. Think of it this way. Borrowing to build a road, a hospital, or an irrigation project is very different from borrowing to pay salaries, pensions, or welfare bills. That's because the first creates assets that can support future growth, the second simply finances today's spending. The good news is that taken together, states have kept their combined revenue deficit below 1% of GDP for most of the past 15 years. In fact, they even ran a revenue surplus for 3 years. That means much of their borrowing has gone towards creating assets, not paying for day-to-day expenses. But the national picture hides important differences. Some highly indebted states including Punjab, Himachal Pradesh, West Bengal, Kerala and Rajasthan have debt levels well above the comfort zone. More importantly, most of them are also running sizable revenue deficits. That leaves less room for productive capital spending and raises concerns about the quality of their finances. Now compare that with states such as Odisha. It has projected a relatively high fiscal deficit, yet it has consistently maintained a revenue surplus for years. That means it is funding welfare schemes largely from its own revenues rather than through borrowing. Maharashtra presents a different picture. Its debt remains relatively comfortable, but its revenue deficit has been rising, partly because of welfare spending. The broader lesson is simple. Freebies alone do not determine a state's fiscal health. What matters is how they are getting financed. Meanwhile, unconditional cash transfers have expanded rapidly. Their combined cost has risen from 0.01% of GDP in FY21 to 0.57% in FY26, with the number of states offering such schemes increasing from 1 to 12. That makes the quality of state finances even more important. The debate over freebies often focuses on how much government spends, but the more important question is how they pay for it. If welfare is funded from current revenues, state finances can remain sustainable. If it is increasingly financed through borrowing, the risks begin to grow. That's why the real debate isn't about freebies alone. It's about the quality of public finances. Follow Business Standard for more such stories.